There are a lot of forces that affect who turns out in a midterm election. Some of that has to do with the candidates in individual races, but there are larger state-level and national-level forces that can produce higher or lower levels of turnout. One of the issues that oftentimes affects voters is how popular the president is. A wildly popular president can motivate a lot of people, particularly people of the president's party, to turn out to vote. In reality, however, during midterms, oftentimes sitting presidents have fallen off their higher levels of popularity, and when that happens, it can motivate independents to come out and vote against the president's party. It can also motivate individuals from the opposite party to come out and vote in higher numbers. Typically, what you would expect is that during good economic times, the party of the president would do better than they would during periods of economic decline. In 2018, we have an interesting situation happening. The economy is doing quite well by almost any metric you would use, but the president is unpopular. And so while normally a president would do well during those economic times, he is not expected to do as well. His party is not expected to do as well in 2018. Based on what we know about the election a couple of months out, we know that there are a lot of indicators that suggest that Democrats will do well. One of the key indicators is what's called the generic congressional ballot. The generic congressional ballot is a poll that asks Americans nationwide, who would you prefer to be in charge of Congress, Democrats or Republicans? And overwhelmingly, poll after poll is showing that most Americans want Democrats to win control of Congress in November instead of Republicans. In addition, the simple history of midterm elections suggests that the party of the president almost always loses. And so taken together, it is teeing up a real possibility that Democrats will do well in the fall elections. If Democrats end up taking back control of the House during the midterms, what you will see is an onset of significant oversight of the Trump administration. And this is one of the issues that scares Republicans the most. The idea not just that Democrats will launch investigations into the administration, but the number and size of those investigations. And frankly, if Democrats end up finding wrongdoing in areas within the administration, Republicans know that won't just be egg on their face during those investigations, but it could significantly harm the president's chances of re-election in 2020 and the party's ability to compete in congressional and senatorial elections in 2020 as well.